my original intention was to vlog every day. I actually started it in September, and I realized it's October 23rd, 24th, somewhere around there. But it's been a crazy month, and I have actually vlogged every day of October, with the exception of the day I spent almost 24 hours between ERs, and most of September. But I just didn't put them up. They all got deleted. I hated every one of them for some reason. And I'm like, there's no... I'm going to hate something about every one of them. So, short life update. Medically, my life is a little crazy. Doing a monitor for my heart because I started off the month with my heart rate being entirely too low, and within a few days now we're on the opposite side, but my blood pressure is still super low. So it's a mess and a half. We're trying to figure out, by the time we put the monitor on, of course, my heart rate's decided to slow down some, but it's still sitting pretty high every day. I am in an MS pseudo relapse because apparently with the medicine I take, relapses are almost impossible. So when you have all the symptoms, apparently we're calling it a pseudo relapse. I asked my MS neuro if he's ever met me before, in a very nice way, because the less likely something is to happen with the medicine, the more likely it's going to happen with me, because that's just how I roll. Today is a good morning with my RA. I can move my hands. I've been having issues where I can't even move my hands in the morning, which stinks. It's just not cute. You know, you just want to like make a breakfast or do something like that, and it's just not happening at all. Just realized I didn't put my call button on this morning. I'd used my call button last week because it was so dizzy between my autonomic issues, my POTS, and my other stuff that I couldn't even stand straight. And it stunk because I actually felt really good the night before. And that seems to be when it happens, where when I will have the worst symptoms, I feel super great the night before. And then all of a sudden it's nothing. And I can't even walk. I thought maybe on occasion, especially when I have a lot of medical things going on, my sugar will drop really low. So I thought maybe I was just that dizzy because my sugar was off. I hadn't eaten yet. I had made my nieces some breakfast already, but I hadn't eaten. So I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll go get some fruit and eat something with the fruit. And I went to cut the apple, and I just started shaking. I couldn't even hold it. I sat down, and then I sat down, and the room was spinning and zooming in and out so much. Then I had to go to the bathroom, and I had to walk against a wall. I couldn't even. It was so bad. It was so bad. So now, partially because of that, and partially because everything with my autonomic system messes up, my neurosurgeon wants me to eat on this timetable, wants me to do everything on a timetable, which I kind of do things on a timetable now, but how precise he wants me to be is a little bit crazy. I understand his point because the things that I have mess with my metabolism, and my metabolism messes with them. So while someone else, like he explained it, someone else may have like this window where you can fluctuate where you eat, everything you do, I have like this much of a window. So when I go in between that, when I try to jump outside of it or skip things around, I just mess them up more. So we will see. Whoa, that's the other thing. That's how other vlogs got deleted. This crazy hair may look like it's bangs that grew out, but it's from, this is the last chunk from my surgery last year in my head. But I have like 15 different lengths going on here. between surgeries, between the layers I already had, the surgeries, the layers I cut in to try to get them all going. It's all a mess. I think that might be a full update. I had the shunt in my head had a change in shunt setting, which could be why I was so dizzy too. I've had a change in one of my autonomic meds. We're pulling me off to restart me. We're pulling me totally off of one. We're messing with another dose, and then we're going to start putting me back on to see if we can go to the smaller dose. See if we can go to the smaller dose and see if that'll help to kind of restart everything. Because one of the meds I'm on, most people are on for a couple of weeks and it fixes the issue. But there are people like me that are on it long term. And I've been on it for probably a year and a half now. Just on different doses. I've been off of it a couple of times, but never fully off of it. But that's a mess. I just realized how many times I said "but" in here. That's gonna annoy me. See, I can barely edit it. I'm going to very briefly edit it and put it up, because if I edit it, I will edit the entire thing out again. I think that's it. I don't know where I keep looking at the middle, and then my camera's over that way on this. So that's where we are. I know I've said like 50 times on Twitter that it was gonna start up again, and it hasn't, but I promise it really has. I even a couple weeks ago I was in a local ER, and then I was there for like 12 and a half hours, and then they sent me by ambulance to a different ER. So I spent almost 24 hours in the ER. And I actually did flog a little bit in there. I was in a lot of pain and I wasn't quite coherent. So that one definitely got deleted. There was a lot of mess going on. A lot of mess. So that one definitely got deleted. I try to show, like when I'm streaming, I try to show good and bad days, but that was a little much even for me. Although I have streamed before after a brain surgery and I wasn't coherent. I asked someone else, like I didn't feel like I was coherent, but I couldn't watch it again because it was my second revision in a week. And I lost so much blood. I don't know. It was one of the ones I lost the most amount of blood from a head surgery. But heads bleed a lot anyway. So it's hard to... What feels like a lot of blood isn't necessarily a lot of blood. It's just that it's a head injury. And cutting into your head is still a head injury. So I'd have someone else stream it. I'm like, did I sound too goofy? Because for some reason I decided to stream shortly after I got back to my room. And I don't know why. Obviously it was the meds, but I don't even think I had many pain meds after that one. But that was a mess and a half. I don't know what I was thinking. But apparently I was thinking, hey, it would be a great idea to, just go ahead and stream while I've just came out of brain surgery. My second brain surgery in 10 days or 7 days. That would be awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put this up because if I don't, who knows? Hope you like my niece's artwork behind us. This has become my spot for virtual doctor appointments. And my background is my niece's art gallery. We put up so that art doesn't end up everywhere. We have string lights that hang in the dining room, and they're framed in lights, and then they're on a string of lights. so that we have, we can put up the art there, and then they can do their own thing. And then when there's way too many of them, like last year on either Thanksgiving or Christmas, maybe it was just this year on Easter, we had a retirement ceremony. We played sad music. We took them all down one by one. We put them all in a folder. We didn't get rid of them, but we put them all in a folder and put them away so that we could restart. I think it was last Thanksgiving because we have turkeys up there. So I think we restarted at Thanksgiving. And then they could start coloring or drawing new stuff because there was just way too much stuff. There was over 10 years of art stuff with one niece, and then the other one is still little, so she only had a couple up there, but she still freaks out. She's like, I made it on the wall. Everyone gets on the wall. If you want to get on the wall, everyone can get on the wall. I can draw something and get on the wall. But when you're that little, you get excited over stuff like that. So that's our map. I'm going to try not to edit this video away. I'm going to try to just do a little work, make sure it actually sounds semi-okay, because I don't know where I put the little microphone to plug in, because that's how long it's been since I actually used it. And we'll see. I'm going to try to remember to do it again tomorrow. Bye.